Aaron Rand broadcasting live from the Montreal Children's Hospital. Here we are in the P.K. Subban atrium. Been here since about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and we will be here until 7 o'clock tonight, at which point we will announce the total amount of money raised, which hopefully will be even more than we did last year. That number, by the way, last year was $1.4 million. So if you'd like to help, you just heard now, it's an easy way to do it. Just make the phone call, 514-939-KIDS. That's 939-5437. Make your pledge today, $18 a month. If that's what you decide to do, that's only 60 cents a day to allow the Children's to continue the remarkable work that it does. And this next story, interesting today, because it involves someone who's been on the other side, and that's our next guest. Her name is Marie-Claude. First of all, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And the story today is about your daughter, Rosalie. So your daughter, we've heard a couple who were, diagnosed in ultrasound, whatever. Your daughter was 3 years old. What happened? What was the diagnosis?
She had a rare kind of tumor that was growing on her clavicula, and so she needed chemotherapy and surgery.
At the age of 3. Yes. What was that like, finding that out?
Horrible. Horrible. There's no word for it.
Yeah.
You don't imagine a kid so young being treated.
And in your case, what's interesting is you have worked as a nurse for many, many years. You were telling me before we started, you actually gone back to nursing now.
Yes.
So for the first time, you're having to deal with this not with the patient. The patient is your own daughter.
Yes.
That's got to be completely different from what you've ever thought.
Completely different.
So what happened here at that stage? What was the I guess, going forward, what had to happen?
So we were lucky that rapidly we saw that she had a tumor. So rapidly we did some more images to understand if there was any more tumors in her body. Luckily, there was none. So we started chemotherapy for 5 months before she had surgery to remove the tumor on her clavicula. And then she had to go through another 4 months of chemotherapy.
So she was here a lot back and forth.
She was here a lot.
Yeah, and got to meet a lot of people, the doctors, the nurses,
yes.
Right? They become I say this all the time, they become kind of like family when you're back here that often.
Yes, and a lot of them, I knew them already before, since they were colleagues.
I wonder too, so it's one thing, we've heard stories about, babies that were born and had to go into surgery immediately. Different in your case because she's 3. How do you explain that to a 3-year-old?
Well, I wanted to make sure that she was aware of everything at the level that she could understand, being 3.5 at that point. So I told her that she had a big, big, big bobo and that she needed very, very, very strong medication to remove that bobo and that she would be fine. I wanted to be clear in the fact that I was just not like a bobo when you run in the street and you fall. It's a big, big, big one.
Different from how you might have explained it to a patient that you were seeing? I mean, now this is your own daughter with the same kind of approach?
It's the same kind of approach. In a way, I'm lucky because having had that kind of experience before, I knew what to do. I knew what to say, and I knew that kids that are involved do better than the ones that are not involved.
Did she ask, outside of it being a big bobo, did she ask what it would take or what was involved? How much did she know?
It's like the umbilical cord was back. So she trusted me a lot to make the decisions. If I told her this is going to hurt, this is not going to hurt, she trusted me. And so that's why I was never lying to her. Yes, we're sleeping in the hospital. Yes, we have 5 days more to sleep at the hospital. So she knew what was coming, and I felt like she was doing better when she knew.
Yeah, that's interesting because that's exactly the approach you would take with a patient who, again, wouldn't know what was in store. You try to provide as much information as you can, right, to make that, whatever process it's going to be, a little easier to take.
Yes.
And it worked for her. She's 10 now.
No, my daughter's 5
She's
now.
5. I'm sorry. Our last guest was 10. I apologize. That we were having a discussion as to where your daughter was. Alice, our producer, thought she was in day camp, and I said, no, she's in daycare. But she's going into kindergarten.
Yes, next week.
What's she like? I mean, this is all behind her now, or what do you have to look forward to?
We're still having some very close follow-up every 3 months, doing some images to make sure the cancer is not back. But she's a really tough cookie that loves singing and dancing. Wow. Almost everywhere she goes with her tutu skirt. She's a very joyful kid, and she doesn't mind showing her scars to friends at daycare, and her hair is growing back.
Look what I had, yeah.
You want to see it? You have a problem with it? It's your problem.
Wow. I was too bad. I thought she would be here today. Would have looked forward to having her sing or do something like that. But she's very busy today, right?
Yeah, last day of daycare today.
She's tied up. Yeah. Okay. I would wonder as well, going through something like this, other than the fact, you have the experience as a nurse, was it hard for the family to go through this?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have another daughter as well, who's 10 years old. And also for my partner, who's an engineer. So for him, healthcare was something that he didn't know about. And it's finding a routine also, so that my 10-year-old felt like we're still caring for her, that she still mattered as much as her sister.
Well, that's interesting, right? Yeah, because suddenly she becomes the focus even for the wrong reason, right? So you now have to kind of tell her exactly what's going on. She's feeling different. I'm feeling badly for a different reason.
Yes.
Wow. I hadn't thought of that. So that's part of the family dynamic changes at that point.
Definitely. And she was really helpful with her sister. She would come to the hospital every 2 days. And the whole spirit in the room would change. She would play games with her, watch TV with her. It was just, we're a normal family again.
So, you have a different perspective as someone working in the healthcare system. If you could explain to people listening now, we're asking people to take a minute, make a pledge, and do what they can to help us here. What would it be? What's the message about the kind of care you get here at the Children's?
I think that one thing that I saw, that I experienced, that I hadn't appreciated as much as I should, is child life services and music therapy. Especially with a young kid like this, being a normal kid, despite being sick, playing, singing, doing music with the music therapy, it kept her alive and joyful. And it was so encouraging for me as a parent to see that she still had that appetite for life. My joyful kid was still there, despite the nausea, the losing her hair, the fatigue. My kid was still there.
That's the kind of thing that people I don't think realize. Beyond the great care you get here with surgeons and nurses and everybody else, all these other services, like the ones you're highlighting now, are part of the experience here. And I guess the younger you are as a child, that also at the same time, despite providing you, a chance to go out there in music or whatever, it also takes your mind off what you're actually in here for, right?
Yes.
These are the kinds of things we're raising money for. That's why we're here today. I want to thank you so much for sharing this story, and please send her our best.
Canadian women are looking for more out of themselves, their businesses, their elected leaders, and the world around them.
And that's why we're thrilled to introduce the Honest Talk podcast.
I'm Jennifer Stewart.
And I'm Catherine Clark. And in this podcast, we interview Canada's most inspiring women.
Entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, politicians, and newsmakers, all at different stages of their journey.
So if you're looking to connect, then we hope you'll join us.
Listen to the Honest Talk podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your podcasts.